ja to sama zrobię. Do niczego się nie nadajesz.
What's she saying now?
No, good man. Moje ubrania.
She wants her clothes.
How do you know? I didn't think you speak Polish.
No two words. Designer being one of them and clothes the other.
Taxi.
Look, you're still my wife on paper, love.
Is there a problem?
Mrs. Green, she's been transferred from Obs and Gynae with stomach pain.
Who's the patient's consultant?
I am.
Ah, I was just asking when you intended to complete your rounds.
It's all in hand.
Your 10 o'clock still needs to know whether he's going to see the rest of the day out with both his kidneys, and this lady clearly needs an interpreter. And congratulations, by the way. Your meeting with Mr. Qureshi this morning. Very good. At least number 2, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah?
There you
Good.
go. Happy?
But a DB base.
Schedule this appointment.
But Simon Peters is a priority. We have to move him up, I think, to number 2 at least. Where are you going?
Wherever you're going.
Right. Something on your mind? Let me guess, the Darwin consultant post?
OK. Miss Shah has been appointed temporary acting consultant this morning. Now, I know that she's a friend of yours, so is this an indication of...
my feelings on the matter? Firstly, the position is not in my gift. Secondly, Miss Shah is a colleague, not a friend. And thirdly, the change in her role today is Mr. Hope's decision, for whatever reason. This is a meritocracy, Miss Naylor. Those who show the ability to lead will be given the opportunity to do so. And there's no room for nepotism, nor for that matter, insecurity. Does that answer your question? Good. Can I help?
My patient has an adenocarcinoma, which is showing signs of hemorrhaging, so we are going to need...
Get her to St. James's, yes.
Excuse me?
Well, all upper GI services are being handled by St. James's.
Since when?
Since the beginning of the week. You have my memo to that effect, surely.
You can't just hive off those services without consultation.
Well, no, that's why I circulated the memo. I'm sorry, can this wait? I have an appointment.
Keller is a centre of excellence for upper GI cases. We spent a lot of time building that up.
Yeah, I realise that, but look, it's a stark choice, isn't it? Either we cut the 20 or so upper GI cases that we have here each year, or we have to lose another couple of members of staff. I think I took the appropriate decision.
Is this giving you pleasure? Because I can think of no other reason why you would just suddenly spring this on us.
Look, I circulated the memo...
Oh, to hell with the memo! You're loving this, aren't you? Swooping through the hospital, wielding the PCT hatchet. You cut some services here, some jobs there. You save yourself a few quid. What you're doing is undermining everything that I've worked hard to achieve.
Oh, what you've achieved?
Yes, in this instance, what I've achieved. But you're attacking me this time, not some frightened junior. I'm not intimidated, and I will not fade away.
Meaning what, precisely?
Meaning that you do not have the support of the staff.
Really?
Really. People agree with me. They've had enough. So either you change this policy...
Or what?
Or I will mobilize the staff and go over your head. This tumour is hemorrhaging.
Yes, I'm aware of
If
that.
the pregnancy is to remain viable, then there is no one at St. James's with my experience.
I think that's overstating it.
No, I don't think so.
You've been unable to operate for some time now, and we've had to ship upper GI cases out.
Yes, but I'm back and it won't be long before I am able to operate again.
Yes, maybe, but in the meantime, St. James have proved themselves perfectly capable of taking this service
Not
on,
this
and
case.
that saves us vital resources.
Not something this complex. I knew nothing about this proposal. You know that. You deliberately kept me out of the loop.
You don't think that with your health problems, your mind was perhaps elsewhere?
That's a cheap shot.
It's an observation. Look, if it'll make you happier, why don't you go with the patient to St. James's and offer yourself in an advisory capacity?
That won't do it.
Well, the decision's been taken, the ambulance is on its way. So I suggest that you keep Mrs. Green fully informed of developments.
You really think you're untouchable? You really believe that I won't take you on? Well, I think it's time that we reminded senior management that we're not here to make a profit. We're here to make people better. And they cannot cut the National Health Service as if it were a commercial high street store. Now, if you agree with this, just put up your hands. If we stand together, we can change things. Come on, it's time to stand up and be counted. Please. Please, let's do this. Wasn't expecting your support.
You really want to make an issue out of this, Rick? I mean, upper GI cancer, 20, 30 patients a year. I'd have thought there were other far more galvanising causes.
It really doesn't matter what the specific issue is. I'm just voicing what everybody's
Well,
thinking.
not everyone. So, how is Mrs. Green after her procedure? I've taken the liberty of making an appointment for you with the head of HR so you can explain why you've completely disregarded my instructions. In the meantime, I suggest you absent yourself from the building.
What are you saying? You're suspending me? Did you see how many people there were here? You do this and you have a mass walkout. I'm going absolutely nowhere.
She's hypovolemic.
Come on, sweetheart. Wake up. BP is 90/45, temperature is 37.5, and pulse is 90.
I think she's underfilled and continued to bleed.
Can I see, please?
Anya, obudź się.
If she needs more surgery, he knows what's been happening, so...
Yeah, it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. I'll sort it. Right, let's get into theatre straight away, please, and get hold of the on-call obstetrician.
Why the obstetrician?
May I come in? I've just attended an MDT meeting about you. It seems the prognosis was not as good as I've been led to believe.
No. Elliot rather jumped to conclusions.
I see. So the chemo, the 5FU, did not reduce the size of the tumour. For how long are we talking then? Months? Presumably that's why you decided to launch your campaign without further ado, is it? You're stopping work now?
No. I'll be around for a few more weeks. You'll be glad to hear. HR are happy for me to continue in an advisory capacity.
So, I can't get rid of you that easily, then.
Can I... Look, I don't want to argue. I just want you to hear me, okay? There's a culture of fear here at the moment, and it's eating into people's confidence. But... Well, there's nothing quite like a death sentence for putting things into perspective. I'm very proud of what I've achieved here. It's my legacy, if that's not too grand a description. And while I have breath in my body, I will do everything I can to stop you destroying it.
Quite right.
Please, don't patronize me.
I'm not. I might not agree with you, but I would not wish to lose such a worthy opponent. One more thing, if I may. Mr. Qureshi mentioned the possibility of an excision, I believe.
Yes, well, he's sounded out every GI consultant that he knows, and the consensus is that the cancer is impossible to excise because of where it's lying.
Well, he didn't speak to me, and I'm not sure that I agree.
No one is prepared to risk this procedure.
I would be.
I have a 5% chance of surviving.
I'd say nearer 10, with me leading it. If you leave it untreated, it will kill you in a matter of months. I think it's a risk worth taking. The question is, do you? Let me know, please.